Louder!
And it's time for the Gore N More podcast.
Gonna have a good time.
Gonna have a good time.
Yeah, we're gonna have a good time.
We're going on now.
A ball break, walking hand in hand in the moonlight. We'll be the sweet soul there. I swear we'll never part.
We're going on now.
A ball break, running in the sand, feeling alright.
And what is up, Gorehounds? Welcome to the Gore N More podcast. I am the not-so-mean fluff master supreme, Big Johnny D, bringing it in as always. But I do not bring this shit show in alone. For with me as always, oh my God, we lost the Chad Daddy.
Oh boy.
And Scoobs is hacking along.
Sorry.
But he's not here. He's still here. But with me as always, and I'm not even trying to make one to this week because you're all sex machines to me. So, and I heard Chad pop back in. Oh, there he is. Chad Daddy is back.
Right,
guys. So yes, with me as always are my sex machines of the titty twister. And we're gonna start it off with the sex machine himself. You can catch him at Killing Machine Cosplay, Mr. Bobby Amone.
Good evening, you assholes.
The Dark Lord himself, that cosmic. Oh my God damn it! What's your Instagram? It's Cosmic
Cosmic.
Cosmic Boy.
Yeah, Cosmic Boy.
I feel like I want to throw in our tags here, so that's why I'm doing it. So, Cosmic Boy, you catch him on Instagram, Mr. Chad Daddy Chrisman.
What's up, bitches?
And the host with the ghost, El Scuba Cabra himself, Mr. Steven Vasquez.
What's up, baby?
Which, Scoobs, I'm going to let you throw out yours because you got long ones. Where can we find you at?
You can find me on Instagram. All right, so it's going to be an underscore after every word, but you can find me at host with the ghost, underscores in between all the words, or at Corpus Christi Jason Voorhees, which I'm really not on that one, but at host with the ghost. Let's do it because that one links up to my Twitch, which I'm trying to build. So let's do that shit.
Yeah. Alrighty. And today is the 17th of January, 2022, and we are here to talk about a doozy. But before we do, we are going to give a little bit of a scuba, if you could, please.
Slice life.
Thank you, buddy. Nice. Bobby, how you been, brother?
I've been good. It's been a busy fucking week. I'm working on cosplays all week, and then basically had 2 parties in a row with my friends. My brother and my girlfriend came over, so we were literally just basically having football parties and regular parties in general this weekend because, got to watch the ball that goes with the foot and shit that goes with that. And I was expecting to have snow today, but I did not have it, and that shit sucked. I had to go to work, unlike some people here.
I had to go to work and I didn't snow. What the fuck are you talking about?
Hey, we would have had today off regardless. They gave us
It's a holiday.
Yeah, whatever.
It's a holiday, goddammit.
But it was a good weekend in general. I got to watch this movie. It was a wonderful movie. It's been so long since I've watched it, but I'm happy to be here to talk about it with my sex machines here. So I'm just gonna go right below to Chad Daddy, and I want to hear about your shit.
Yo, what's up?
How you been, brother?
Well,
give us that slice.
Last week I couldn't be on. My wife and kids were not feeling well, so I had to sit out with the kids while the wife and daughter went to get checked out by the doctor. Everything's fine. COVID test negative, flu test negative. They just had real bad colds, which unfortunately they passed on to me. I had to take Wednesday off because I hardly got any sleep. I felt like crap, just real bad sinus problems, but I'm feeling a lot better now. Aside from that, just kind of hanging out. Watched the wife and I binge watched Hawkeye on Disney Plus. Got through that. That was a pretty fun one.
Nice.
Yeah, that was really good. And my internet's kind of crapping out here. I'm guessing because we have really high winds right now. We got about at least 9 inches of snow overnight, and it's really windy. So it's blowing. All the snow I shoveled. It keeps blowing it back into it. It's being a real pain in the ass.
So in other words, you blew 9 inches, huh?
I blew 9 inches.
Yeah.
Actually, Johnny is the one that blew, and he blew more. I shoveled. That motherfucker used a snowblower.
Fuck yeah, dude! I'm not shoveling that shit. I'd be fucking dead. I would not be here right now.
I was sitting here even before you did that. Looked at the wife and said, "I really wish I would have thought ahead and asked your mother to bring the snowblower down."
Bro, I was on that shit last night to make sure that shit was running because I was like, man, yeah, no, fuck that shit. Anyway,
well, her mom never uses it because they've all got 4-wheel drive, so they don't care. But yeah, we got to kind of keep this short and sweet because I know we're losing Bob and Scoobs here shortly. So Scoobs, let's just move on to you, brother.
Well, I am enjoying my sunny 64 degrees weather right here.
Aren't you so fucking lucky?
State of Texas.
God, I wish.
I wish.
Right?
And I wish I had your weather, but this past weekend, I worked Friday night at the bar, had a good old time, and then Saturday we hit the road to Palestine, Texas,
Ooh.
for a paranormal investigation. We investigated the Bowers Mansion, and dude, from the get-go, shit started happening.
So I'm not gonna lie, I saw it, and when I was looking at it, you were in the oh my god, it was where it was all green, obviously, night vision.
Yeah.
Okay, but I misread it, and I thought I was looking at your Twitch, and you were playing like Luigi's Mansion, but I got it confused with Bowser's Castle. And I was like, what level? I'm like, what app? Dude, I was so confused for a second. I'm like, what level is he playing, dude? And I'm watching. I'm like, oh wait, this is real. Like, wait a minute, hold on. So, wow, just had to let you know about that, dude.
So, yeah, we did that. And, normally when we go to do investigations, I'm chicken shit, man. And I do not want to go anywhere by myself. I didn't get a bad vibe from this place. Like, shit was making intelligent contact with us, like, from the get-go. And probably about midnight, 12:30 or so, it just, nothing else. That's it. Brody was on there when I caught. So, I'm in this old-ass bathtub, okay? Brody's in there and he's like, go in the bathroom by yourself. And I'm like, fuck, all right, Brody. So I go in there, like Brody's just like egging me on, right? And
Brody's
like,
trying to get our fucking host killed, dude.
So I'm like, fuck it, let's go, dude. And this bathroom was creepy as shit. Like it had this old stand-up shower. I guess it's the original shower, but the son of the people that lived there back in like the early 1920s, he had polio or some shit. So it's like this old metal frame shower, something that you would like came right out of Saw. It was just creepy looking. Anyways, I go in there and I'm doing an EVP session and I play it back and I'm like, is there anybody here that wants to talk to me? Anybody that, what's your name if anybody's here? I shit you not, man. I'm playing it back and you hear Charlie. And I'm like, whoa. So I rewind it and I play it like for the live stream. I'm like, can y'all hear that? And Brody's like, oh yeah, I heard Charlie. So the whole time he's like, Charlie, you're a pussy, and Charlie, this is. I'm like, stop it, Brody, stop trying to. This is not phasmophobia. I'm not trying to die right now,
right? You just can't run to the truck, dude.
But after a certain amount of time, it just kind of stopped, man. And the story there was kind of fucked up. Back in 1956, I believe it was, the owner of the mansion, Henry Bauer, he killed his wife and then killed himself in the mansion. I guess nobody knows why he did it. He never left a suicide note or anything like that. He might have just got tired of her shit and that was it. But yeah, it was fucking nuts. And then we drove back yesterday. What should have been a 6-hour drive ended up being probably about a 10-hour drive. We were stuck in traffic for about 2 hours. It was a really bad accident on the way. Where somebody died. Like we saw them we saw them like lift up the body bag like out of the ditch and shit. It was fucking nuts. And after that we came home and I was all ready to fucking stream and watch From Dusk Till Dawn last night. And as soon as my head hit the pillow, I was fucking out like a light. That was it for my weekend. I was off today, so I got to just relax, thank you, I'm okay. For giving us this holiday. But that was it. What about you, Big Johnny T?
Well, my nice little staycation of 3 weeks finally came home to an end today. I had to go back to work. It sucked. I'm not gonna lie. I told Jen she needs to go get a way better job so I could just be a stay-at-home dad.
There you go.
That is the dream.
He's a trophy husband.
Fucking right, dude. Anyways, no. Honestly, man, I've just been enjoying myself, and because I couldn't really go anywhere, so lockdown. So I actually took a tiptoe through the Game Pass and downloaded some new games, and the wife and I started playing Outriders. And I feel like Chad has mentioned this before, but I could be wrong. But it's a dope game. It's 3-person co-op, and it's kind of like Destiny-esque or whatever, you know what I mean? Like you build up your character, 4 different classes. So I got 2 different ones going. I'm juggling already. One's a tank. I always go the tank, dude. I don't know why. It just feels natural for me.
I do the same always.
I always go tank, but there was a different one where it was still an up close, but it was like Sneak Ninja. And the third power you get with this motherfucker was my selling point. This is the first one I went with, by the way. But you can target any enemy within a certain like yardage, like 50 yards, and you can instantly teleport right behind them. And I'm like, oh,
nice.
Instant fucking transmission. Yep. Like that was my, because dude, you get that, and then you get this crazy like kinetic slice that will literally because like you manipulate time. That's your character's bullshit, whatever. And so like they'll like turn like from a skeleton from like going outward, and like that's how it kills them. So you can just instant transmission and be like, or just fucking shotgun right to the head, bam! Like it's fucking awesome.
Nice.
So if you haven't played it, go check that shit out. Other than that, man, like I said, just been doing the grind, enjoying myself until today. No, but today was a good day. It was a very slow day, so that was the kind of day you want to come back to after 3 weeks off.
Yes,
especially when you're a little rusty. And I'm like, I looked right at the computer when I first got in. I'm like, I do not remember my password. Like, fuck,
dude. That is always the problem with long vacations.
Oh my god,
what the fuck is my password?
Dude,
like always
be a good 5 minutes of like where you obviously you can't fuck with it because you don't want to lock yourself out, but you're like, so after like 2 fails, I'm like, all right, I got to really think this one out. And I'm like, got it. So, but other than that, enjoyed myself. Watched this movie yesterday, ready to talk about it. So, Chad, this was your pick, correct?
This was my vampire pick for the year.
What are we watching, buddy?
We are watching the classic From Dusk Till Dawn, released January 17th, 1996, and I'll give that sweet-ass plot rundown. It is non-stop thrills in this Quentin Tarantino, Robert Rodriguez cult classic when the Gecko brothers, 2 dangerous outlaws, head out on a wild crime spree. After kidnapping a grieving pastor who is suffering from a severe crisis of faith and his 2 kids, the Geckos head south to a seedy Mexican bar to hide out in safety. Soon they realize they're not in a typical bar, as the entire place begins to teem with vicious, blood-sucking vampires. With the odds stacked greatly against them, the Geckos are forced to team up with their hostages in order to make it out alive.
Oh, such a great movie.
Yeah. So this is directed by Robert Rodriguez, the genius behind Desperados, Spy Kids, all of them. Grindhouse / Planet Terror. Written by Robert Kurtzman. Written by Robert Kurtzman, the special effects wizard from KNB, and Quentin Tarantino, who wrote Pulp Fiction, Kill Bill, Grindhouse, Death Proof. Produced by Gianni Nunari, who did The Departed and 300. Meyer Teeper, who did What's Eating Gilbert Grape. I'll tell you what, I'm going to pass this one off to Scuba Steve. You want to take it from here?
All right, starring Harvey Keitel from Reservoir Dogs and Little Nicky. I love him in Little Nicky.
Oh, you're so good in Little Nicky.
As Jacob Fuller, George Clooney, Batman and Robin, Return of the Killer Tomatoes as Seth Gecko.
Yeah.
Really? Those are the movies you put?
Yeah.
Because everybody knows George Clooney was in so many other things. I had to throw that obscure one on there.
Killer Tomatoes is awesome.
Continue.
Wait, that was the second one you said, right?
Yeah, Return.
Yeah, Return of the Killer Tomatoes.
Was that okay? Now, and I apologize for this weird little segment. Was that the one where they did the crazy ad placement segment?
Yes.
In the movie where they were just like, "Fuck, we're running out of money. We need ad placements." And there,
was it for like?
I think they did Pepsi, and then it was almost like the Wayne's World. Like obviously, Wayne's World came after the fact.
Yeah,
but. Oh my god, I gotta look that shit up. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
Also, Quentin Tarantino from Pulp Fiction and Little Nicky as Richie Gecko. Juliette Lewis, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, Natural Born Killers as Catherine Fuller. Ernest Liu as Scott
He did like
Fuller.
nothing, yeah.
Wow. He just died in that movie, and that was it. Brenda Hillhouse from Pulp Fiction as Hostage Gloria Hill, her last role. Selma Hayek from Desperado and Dogma as Satanico Pandemonium. Cheech Marin from Born in East LA, Cars, and every Cheech and Chong movie ever as the border guard, Chet Pussy, and Carter.
Fucking name.
I fucking love it, dude.
The man, the myth, the legend, Danny Trejo from Spy Kids and Machete as Razor Charlie, Tom Savini from Maniac, Dawn of the Dead, and the practical effects fucking king as Sex Machine, Fred Williamson from MASH, Delta Force Commando as Frost, Michael Parks, Twin Peaks, Kill Bill as Texas Ranger Earl McCraw.
Beautiful. I'll take it from here.
All right.
Music by Grame Revel, who did Child's Play 2, The Crow, and Titan AE. Cinematography by Guillermo Navarro, Hellboy and Pacific Rim. Edited by Robert Rodriguez, The Faculty in Sin City. Effects makeup, the K&B effects, which how many movies have they done besides Bride of Reanimator, Army of Darkness, and The Faculty? There's a few others we can mention. Distributed by Miramax, runtime of 108 midgets. Sorry, I get politically incorrect. I don't care about life. The MPAA rating is of R. The budget was $19 million and it grossed $59.3 million at the box office.
Wow, that's it.
That's not bad. That's not bad, though.
That's not bad for a movie
it's
like
not
this.
bad, but I don't know. I guess because it's
Cult classic.
But
Cult
consider
classic.
no, wait a
It's
minute,
after the fact.
But listen, considering the time it came out,
True that.
that's pretty good.
Yeah, true that.
Because it's the same year that Scream came out too.
Oh,
What? Well, this was the same year as Vampires, right? No, Vampires.
No, Vampires was 98.
98. Sorry. Yes. Well then, all right.
Let's get into
Desperado.
it, boys.
What? Desperado was the year before this, correct?
Yes.
I believe so,
You're just
yes.
coming off of that. Yeah.
I fucking love that movie so much.
I haven't watched that in a long time, nor Once Upon a Time in Mexico. I think
That's a good one too.
right. That's
you-
one that nobody ever talks about.
That-
Have you
Nobody
ever
remembers it.
have you seen the
That is one of
first
Johnny
though?
Depp's best roles.
It is. The
Have you
wait,
ever El Mariachi? The beginning of the story.
no.
No,
and
I
Now
know.
Antonio Banderas isn't in that one, but it's still pretty good to actually complete the trilogy of films.
Fair enough. I should watch it someday. I haven't watched them in a long time, but this got me thinking about them, obviously. So
Of course. Well, let's do it, baby.
By the way, I also want to point out, and I'm not sure if anybody noticed, but I did point this out in the chat. But I swear I did not plan it this way. This always seems to happen.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
no, it's awesome, dude.
Today is the anniversary of the day the movie came out, January 17th. So funny that how coincidence.
crazy is that, dude?
I know that's great.
That's why I told you you have some weird like secret alignment with the stars that you just don't know you have, but somehow it just always pops up and it tries to tell
It's
you. that you
because
have
he's
it.
the Dark Lord of knowledge.
It is. That's what
Just
it is.
in there.
That's it.
With
The darkness creeps in there.
It's just instinct, baby, just instinct.
All right. So obviously this was none of our first watches.
No.
no,
This movie.
No, not at all.
Okay.
it's just more or less been a bit on
Yeah.
the watch.
Correct. Now let me ask you, gentlemen, when was your first watch of this movie?
When it was in theaters.
Yep, when it first came out.
Oh,
See, I
mine
was just a child, so it was like Sci-Fi Channel for me, unfortunately.
I was high school. So
Well, all right. So I'm going to get this right out of the way now because, first and foremost, and this is not being negative on the movie, so I want to say that now. This is just more me questioning it, especially from other people's advantages. But with the movie, does it not feel tonally different in the first half versus the second half?
Yes, and I've always wondered that too.
Yeah.
And I think it's more to get you into lulled into that false sense of security that and we knew it was a vampire movie because that's how Miramax chose to promote it. But I think what they might have been going for was maybe a little bit more, surprise. There's vampires in this, but it wasn't advertised like that, so we all knew it was
Right.
coming.
So, this is why I bring this up. I actually have two friends who, when they watched this movie, had no clue it was about vampires.
I didn't tell Steph about it either. I just
That would have
went
been
in.
so great.
She went in blind. She had no idea.
No. Because I even already told the wife that this is about vampires, right? Because obviously, like, this is what we fucking do. We will talk about horror movies. We're not talking about like, oh, what's up,
What's up,
Bo?
Robo?
and Heather, and then
I
Jane.
know everybody's here. And of course the Brody. So, I mean, they didn't know it was a vampire movie, so they were invested in this awesome outlaw badass brother movie. Now, you do not get your first vampire in this movie until 61 minutes into said
Oh wow,
movie.
is it that long?
61
Yep.
minutes, Scoops.
Wow.
You're an hour invested into this badass outlaw movie that you have no idea vampires are even fucking coming. And then all of a sudden, out of left field, here they fucking come as vampires.
Okay, I could see how that could be.
Right. So I have friends who have a lot of disdain for this movie, which is kind of like shocked me the first time I heard it because I've never heard anybody shit on this movie. And they're like, no, it fucking sucked. I'm like, why did it suck? And they said for that reason. They're like, I had no idea it was a vampire movie and it ruined the movie. And I'm like, I can see
that's
that.
some bullshit.
No, if you're not in it for a horror movie and you're in it for a badass outlaw movie, you pulling in vampires, you know what I mean? That's just not, it could work, but I can understand why it doesn't work for some people.
I'm just curious how they went into this not knowing it was a vampire movie.
Because they've never seen it, and they only seen the cover, but they knew nothing about it. And one dude, my best buddy, I can use him as an example. He saw it in college because his friend was watching it, and it was just one of those, like, he was sitting around. He's like, "What's this?" He's like, "Oh, Dust from Dawn." He's like, "Fuck it," because you know what I mean. Like sometimes you just get a lot of sitting on your ass time, especially in the dorms. So he watched the movie from scratch, knowing nothing about it, and he was just like, "Bro, I was so into it." And then all of a sudden, she turned into a vampire, and I was just like, "What?" what? And he's like, I was so pissed off, and I'm like, yeah, I could see that. I'm like, but how'd you not know it was a fucking vampire movie, dude? I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's always advertised as one.
Yep.
And he's like, is it? And I'm like,
yeah.
And this was the first time I watched the trailer, and I did bring up this to Bob. I wanted to know if they were going to show the vampires in the trailer or not.
And they do.
Because if they didn't, then I could totally understand why that could piss off a lot more people. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't know. And this is my personal opinion, and then we can go back to like fucking totally rubbing it off. I feel like maybe they should have just gave it a little bit of vampire prelude, maybe just a scotch,
Maybe just a little bit before like the main opening.
Yeah, before you even get to the brothers,
okay.
just something, just
But
a little bit, so you can already be like, oh, okay, there's vampires in this. We set the tone.
But
I completely disagree.
I don't think that would have worked because
I agree, because I don't know how you would do it. There's no reason to show the club, because the only reason they go to the club is because
they're trying to get away.
That's
because
Cheech chose the.
If you tease with vampires in the beginning of the movie, you better bring that back into it before it gets past the hour mark. Otherwise, people are just going to lose interest.
Well, okay. And my wife even turned to me because she knew, and she goes, "This is a vampire movie, right?" And I go, "Yeah." She's like, "When did they come in?" I'm like, "The second half."
Like, and I mean, yeah, I could see why that throws people off, but Heather Dye, our one gore hound, in the comments said, I love the fact they don't do a vampire prelude. I do agree with that.
No.
Because it's like, again, it's like, how would we? No, I'm not saying you're wrong, obviously, but I'm just, it makes me think, it's like, how would they do it?
Trust me, I thought about it, because any other way. All right, so this is why, because like Scoop said, when you watch the movie, it feels like it's supposed to be a surprise, but clearly the trailer already gives it away.
Yeah.
So there's almost no reason for the surprise, except for maybe to actually like surprise the people in the movie. You know what I mean? Like that.
True, yeah.
So once again, I really enjoy this movie. This is like, the fucking effects are great, dude. Cast is amazing. Over the top, like
it's very.
This is like vampires,
lines,
but almost vampires, but even a little cheesier. Dare I say? Not cheesy. That's not the right word.
I would say campy.
Well, no, not
yeah, because the person guitar kind of adds the camp a little bit.
That much.
So
that was fucking awesome.
I mean, now
it was
could make that a real thing.
Because as soon as I saw that, I was like, all right. But I love the design of the vampires. My wife did not, but I was like, no, dude, they look like bats.
I didn't
like bats.
I think they went a little too much over the top. Now, I did like how there was different levels.
Types? Yes.
Different levels of the vampirism. But I just feel like it should have been like shown to where it was a progression of being a vampire. So when you turn, of course, you're still going to look more humanesque as opposed to more bat-like. I wish they would have gone that route, so that way, when Tom Savini, when Sex Machine changed, he wasn't as,
I feel like I liked it though, because that's why he had to hide his hands, because he was like, oh, shit.
well, he looked. I mean, I'm not saying the makeup looked horrible. That he looked good, but the other guy, when
Fred
he gets
Williamson,
bitten,
yeah.
When he gets bitten, that right there, that should have been toned down. It should have been toned down a lot.
That was a lot of like, it's a weird way to malform, really.
So, and this is just me kind of spitballing. I'm assuming the rate you get infected is based on the bite
Where you're
or
bit.
like how deadly the kill, because obviously that dude fucking instantly, where the preacher got to like battle for a while, same with Sex Machine, but they got arm bites.
And he got bit directly on the neck.
Right. So it was like direct infusion. But
And I wasn't too keen on Santanico's design, which I understand was she supposed to be like the head vampire?
I kind of got that from this,
that's what I got. She was the goddess.
I mean,
I get that, but she was just killed off way too easily.
So
yeah, she was.
why did Sex Machine turn? This is a question. Why did Sex Machine turn into a giant rat?
No clue.
I don't know.
But that was supposed to be a dog.
Okay, it
For
looked
my
like a
notes say
rat.
that I've always thought it was a rat.
Yeah, it looked like.
I mean, that's a rat.
It literally had a rat tail and like it was a fucked up.
It had rat fangs. It had a rat face. That's a rat.
You know what it reminded me of? Do you remember the movie The Witches?
Yes. Oh yes.
When they start to transform into the fucking rats, that's what it looked like.
Yeah,
Just like a big version of that. Even the vampires kind of resembled the witches when they were in their witch form.
I think the same guys did this movie. The K&B did that movie.
Maybe.
In this. I think they
They
did.
might
I
have.
think I'm gonna look that while we're looking.
But okay, so all in all, though, we have a great cast just in the beginning, and then obviously all the more introduced characters we get at the Titty Twister, on top of 3 different variations from Cheech Marin. Like
3
that's just
Cheeches.
fucking
That's multiverse
was-
there. 3
That is
Cheechies.
Wonderful.
like
3
and I'm
Cheech
sure
variants.
it threw me off because like this was the wife's first watch. You said this was for you too. You're okay. So even so, when we got to the club and she was just like, "Wait, is that him again?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's him again." And then I forgot he shows up as fucking Carlos at the end. I'm like, "Oh my god, dude!" Like it's been a long time since I watched it, but I mean, what?
There's nothing you can't
what
say.
else
I mean,
you want to say, dude?
exactly. It's a good movie for what it is. Now,
very good movie.
and I've never thought about what you brought up, Johnny. How it's like it could be this outlaw movie, and then it just catches you by surprise. I've never seen it like that, but
really
I guess because,
can though, dude. Like,
no,
if
I
you
mean,
watch it
if
like
you knew
that now,
nothing
you're
about
like,
it.
Oh yeah.
Like, if you knew nothing about it and never saw any of the trailers, and I guess that's why when I saw it, it never caught me by surprise because I knew it was a vampire movie.
Yep, same.
I always caught the latter half on like Sci-Fi or USA, so I already knew before when I saw it, like the full version, like what I was in for. But
Yeah.
I totally can understand because, dude, like I said, the tone of the whole first half of the movie, that was still great, but that was just like, man, you could have just kept giving me that. I would have been fine with that. Just 2 brothers on the run, and one is really fucked up, and the other one just has to keep dealing with him, and he's just a thief, but he just keeps getting over it. It's like, yeah, give me that all fucking day, dude.
Yeah, Quentin Tarantino played that role so well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did, dude. He was a fucking creep.
The funny thing is,
fucking half.
he did not intentionally write his character with so few lines. He didn't even realize he did that until after they started filming, and he's like, I don't really have very many lines, but fuck it, we'll just play it. But the way it is,
No, but he gets to drink beer off of her leg.
I want to know, was he a foot guy? I need to know.
Of course he's a
Yes.
foot guy.
If
Yes.
he
Oh,
intentionally
definitely.
put that
Yes.
shit in,
Bro,
because
he does that in every movie.
ooh, man, I'd give my left nut to have drank beer off of
I would
Steve,
give
even today.
I want you to
Today.
think back to a scene. Think of a real crazy close up. Wiggle your big toe. Come on, dude.
yeah,
He was
yeah.
all, bro. Look at what was the one with fucking Margot Robbie? She's got her dirty ass feet up in the theater. Like, he's all about that shit, dude. Like,
yeah.
oh yeah.
I would love to be in his shoes just to drink that beer, just drink that whiskey.
I'm not gonna lie though, man. I am really grossed out by feet. I'm not.
The funny thing is, she completely ad-libbed that whole thing.
Oh,
that lucky son of a bitch.
Every bit of it.
What if this started his foot fetish?
I mean,
what if this movie
it's a hell of a way
like,
to start it? I can tell
It
you
could
that.
be.
Salma Hayek starting your foot fetish? I could understand it. I'm not gonna say I couldn't.
I don't know, man.
Is young Salma Hayek or
did y'all
old
ever
Salma
watch
Hayek?
both? Who gives a shit? Selma Hayek.
Right?
Is there a difference? She looks practically the same. She's barely.
All I know is
I feel
this.
like she might look better now. Dude.
If I was in
She
George,
might really be a vampire.
if I was in George Clooney's shoes when she says "You'll be my slave," I'd just be like, "What the fuck you waiting for?"
Okay, if you think about
What are you
that
waiting
scene
for?
alone, okay, so everybody's just looking because obviously, like, yeah, it's the whole foot thing. But think about it. George Clooney's right here, and here's just her ass the whole fucking time. So he had to sit there for multiple takes, just being like, I'm sure he
good.
had to fuck with her every once in a while. dude, or something.
he
You know what
had
I mean? Like, there's no way you can't. Yeah, right.
You do that?
Fuck. Oh my god. No, Brody. No vajankle.
No, we need Brody.
Oh!
Haters cutting in.
Huh?
Snip, fucking snip. Well, how do you...
Oh, he's got a haircut.
Gentlemen, it is I, your
shit,
DJ
trimmed
B, here
up.
back for another
God,
episode
nice.
of Gore N More, and this week I'm here to talk to you about the one, the only, yes, that's right, From Dusk Till fucking Dawn. One of the greatest vampire flicks of all fucking time, I do believe. I mean, where to begin with this? This is fucking... It's everything I want in a fucking
God, his
horror
hat.
and
Look at that Mighty Ducks.
I love that hat so much.
two leads, Mr. Clooney and Mr. Tarantino, the dynamic duo, the Gecko brothers. I mean, they are fucking ruthless, balls to the wall, will kill anything that gets in their way. And I think that chemistry between the two is absolutely fantastic. The character development of each character they each stand out on their own, especially Mr. Tarantino with his schizophrenic fucking conversations that he has. And he acts out on them, and fuck me, does he just go balls to the walls with this. It's got a stellar cast. I mean, Juliette Lewis is also in this, Harvey Keitel, Salma Hayek, and then not to mention your fucking cameos from Savini and the other practical effects team throughout this film. Sex Machine, what a fucking scene that is.
The fucking bastard.
Anywho, I mean, the story itself, how it starts off as this crime thriller film, and it's like the hunters end up becoming hunted halfway through the film and just flip out on its hands like, you know, fuck yous. We're going to fucking take you out, pretty much. Take every motherfucker out. And it's just fucking non-stop gore fest. And oh my God, it is absolutely amazing from the get-go. I mean, yeah, a Mexican titty bar in the middle of butt-fuck nowhere. It has its suspicions, but...
Nah. Every titty bar has its suspicions, Brody.
I mean, yeah, he's not wrong at all.
It's always possible you're going to get something.
And check out some fucking freaky,
Usually crabs.
bangy bang bangs. So
I
yeah,
mean, they're the easiest to get rid of,
yeah.
too.
I mean,
So there's a silver lining in
can't
everything.
fucking
Core
railing off the
PSA.
situation. Let's get back to the film in here. Them damn titties. Anywho. Yeah, I mean, like I said, the violence in this film's fucking fun. I mean, the cinematography is fucking great in this film. I mean, it's Robert Rodriguez. He's a fantastic filmmaker, and he knows how to work with a fucking small budget for his films. And yeah, I think he's outdone himself really with this film. It feels like a Tarantino-esque film, and yeah, well, you can definitely tell it's heavily inspired by that. So anyway, yeah, I've got to mention the soundtrack to this fucking movie. Holy Santa Claus shit, I have this soundtrack in my car, and I fucking chuck that bad boy on every now and then, and I'm just like,
Nice, dude.
I really wish we did have a titty twister here. Anyway,
I don't know.
Giving it a fucking Gore N More score of a 4.6.
Nice.
Nice.
Solid fucking last few weeks with the flicks, boys. Fucking some solid vampire flicks, absolutely. Anyway, DKB signing out. Look forward to hearing what you guys have to say about it, and I'll catch you motherfuckers next week. Cheers.
Well, thank you, Mr. Brody.
You know,
he's not wrong. I kind of want a titty twister too.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised he would say that, considering his previous bad experience at a strip club.
Toilet paper.
Yeah, toilet paper there, Brody.
Yeah.
Come on, toilet paper titties.
Oh my lord.
All right. So while we're still in general discussion mode, we actually have one more video today, and that would be from Heather, Redhead of the Dead Die.
Yeah.
Got that right. I thought I was going to fuck that up for some reason.
Hello, Gorehounds. This is Heather, Redhead of the Dead, and I am ecstatic to be able to contribute a little bit of my thoughts on the movie of the week, From Dusk Till Dawn. The first thing I wanted to do was just a few Seth quotes. So, 1. Those acts of God really stick it in and break it off, don't they? I never said do what I do. I said do what I say.
Sounds like my mom.
That's a matter of opinion, and I don't give a fuck about yours.
That's true.
You need that on a shirt.
This movie.
That other one is a
practical
mom quote,
effects.
for sure, dude. I've definitely heard
Soundtrack. Acting. Set design.
that. Actors and actresses.
What negative can you say about this movie? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
I did.
Does the opening scene hook you in?
Yes and no. Yes and no.
Is that seriously a question?
No. Not my negatives, but negatives.
It is
that I've
so
heard.
cool how once they get to the bar and the vampires start coming out, they just become one. The family they all unite. They don't care. Doesn't matter. They don't care about the fact that these people kidnapped them. We're fighting vampires now.
Fucking survival. Like,
Right.
fuck yeah,
They-
let's do this.
Yep.
Do a good job at fighting the vampires.
Yeah, especially for never having fought vampires before.
Yeah.
5.0.
Sex Machine picks that shit.
Oh, wow.
shit.
Wow.
5.0.
Perfect score.
Whoa.
Damn.
This is in my top 10.
All right.
Top 10 horror movies.
Wow. 5.
I think I'm just going to leave it at that. Thank you for letting me share this little video.
Thank you,
Bye.
Heather.
Thank you.
Wow. I like
Awesome.
this movie,
I,
but I don't know about a 5.
yeah, not a 5, but it's in the 4 range.
We'll talk about that when
we'll talk about that later.
when we get there.
We got to get to.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
We'll get there.
So, Chad, I think it's time to hit the notes because I know we got you gentlemen for at least 15 minutes. So, because I know you got to cut it out at 7:30.
Yeah. I'll try. And,
No.
Yeah, so the
I still want to hit
special
notes, but
I know, yeah, it sucks. But let's
go ahead, bud.
spread
Alright,
those
so
cheeks so we can take a lick. I mean, look.
All right, the special edition Laserdisc contains scenes that were cut out of the film due to graphic violence. The vampire feast is extended, and one part has a girl popping a pimple on a guy. There's another scene in which Sex Machine kills off 2 more vampires and takes a picture of one of them. I have actually seen that version.
wait,
I
you
actually
seen the
have it
Laserdisc
on-
version?
Yeah, I have it on VHS. I found somebody that made it available on VHS, and I bought it. It's really cool. Like, there is a scene, and I've always wondered about it, but the one vampire that has a head, a face in her stomach, a mouth, she actually bites a dude's head off with that in the uncut version.
Oh shit!
What? That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool. There's a lot of other things. There's a scene of Santonica. She's like slithering around on the floor like a snake. It's really interesting. Like these. I really wish they would have left the scenes back in the movie. I can understand why they didn't though, because there was a lot more gore.
She could slither on me.
Yeah, but what the fuck, dude? I want to see that shit. Is there an unrated version that you can see that?
I was looking this morning. I couldn't find anything, but I didn't really look too deep for it.
I'm gonna.
But I'm gonna keep looking. I'm gonna keep looking. So continuing on, the humorous line "No thanks, I've already had a wife" was improvised by George Clooney. It was never intended to be in the final cut, but after the studio included it in the trailer, then Robert Rodriguez felt obligated to keep it in the film.
That was
I mean,
that was such a great line.
It was.
Such a great line.
welcome to slavery. No thanks. I've already had a wife.
They had a wife.
Selma Hayek has a real fear of snakes and always refused to be near them. So naturally, when she read the script, she knew her phobia would prevent her from taking the part. Robert Rodriguez conned her into thinking that Madonna was ready to nab the part instead. So Hayek spent 2 months with therapists to overcome her fear.
Wow.
Yo, that's
Two
that's pretty
months of
hardcore.
therapy.
Ballsy.
That's hardcore, dude.
Also, she did not have a choreographer for her dance because, according to her, you can't choreograph the live snake that she wore around her neck. So Robert Rodriguez just told her to feel the music and dance to it, and he used the same tactic with Jessica Alba in Sin City.
Great tactic.
Great fucking tactic.
Great
This is
tactic.
like a legendary dance right here.
First and foremost, man, any woman, especially when they want to, knows how to dance sexy. So you're
Yes.
telling me Salma Hayek doesn't know how to come on.
That was sexy in a titty bar without showing any titty.
Right.
That was
Yes.
the hottest thing.
You got titties all over the place, but nope, not her, dude. She's
Yep.
just like,
and that's fine. That's
you
fine.
can drink.
Woo,
Hey.
baby.
you know what?
Yep.
As a younger man, you don't want to fuck with that shit, but as an older man,
You want to fuck?
sometimes you like a nice little gift. You know, you like your present in a nice gift wrap.
Oh, yes.
Just say,
She had the perfect gift wrap.
yeah. Snakes aren't really my thing, but hey, man, if it's yours, that's all. I could probably get over it.
Oh, yeah.
If you can't, there's a problem.
Oh man, what else we got, Chad Eddie?
According to the DVD featurettes, when Sex Machine is throwing around the other characters, Tom Savini actually punched many of the actors, including George Clooney.
Just like fuck you
That's
all.
fucking great.
Which you know that was intentional. He punched him in. Oops, my bad.
Yeah, right. Like,
Sorry.
there's no way. Dude, I need it. So you can get it, but it's region locked.
Oh yeah.
For region 2 that I'm finding right now. Anyways,
Those things
sorry.
have to be somewhere online.
I'll find it.
If you look closely, when Cheech Marin is playing the customs agent, his name badge says Oscar Marin. That's the name of his real life father, who is an LAPD officer,
Oh,
or
nice.
was. I'm sure he's retired by now. If he's
Nice.
even still alive, who
Retired
knows?
or expired by now.
Retired or expired. Tarantino was originally set to direct the movie, but decided not to, so he could focus more on the screenplay and his role as Richard Gecko.
Nice.
Very nice.
He originally gave the script to Robert Kurtzman to direct, but when he couldn't commit, he showed it to Rodriguez, who eagerly signed on.
That's
So there is a Blu-ray and DVD uncut version. It looks like it's from Germany though, but it's called the Titty Twister Edition.
I like that.
Yeah, and it comes with a lot of nice stuff, dude.
But again, it's probably region locked.
Yeah, I'm looking for the price, but man, I wish you could. I think we're fucked on this one, gentlemen. I think it's all region locked.
We'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. So the band playing the Titty Twister is called Tito and Tarantula, featuring Robert Rodriguez. The lineup also included Oingo Boingo drummer Johnny Hernandez.
Nice. That was a great band, too. Dude, everything they played was awesome. Like, it just, I don't know. I've never been, I can't say, man, I've never been to a titty bar to that extreme.
No.
Where they had
No, I
Only
have
in
not,
Mexico.
no.
That shit only
apparently.
in Mexico.
Well, we need to
Yeah.
fucking.
One more trip to Mexico.
Oh,
Research. It's for research, ladies. I'm talking to
Can I just say
wives.
something? I feel like, all right,
And
don't forget doing vampire movies the last 3 weeks. Mexico definitely seems to be a common underlying theme for vampires.
Yeah.
Mexico and the South. It's
Yeah,
the
for sure.
South.
It's
Like,
the warm.
you know?
They like the
Yeah.
warm. They don't
Yeah.
want to be out in this shit. I don't want to be out in this shit.
No.
So it's-
I mean, I make money saying this shit, so I'm okay with that.
well, yeah. You gotta do what you gotta do, right, man?
That's right. Before George Clooney was cast, numerous actors were considered for the role, including Antonio Banderas, Steve Buscemi, Michael Madsen, Tim Roth,
Steve Buscemi?
John Travolta, Christopher Walken. I would have loved Christopher Walken in this role.
Christopher Walken.
Jeff Goldblum,
Oh, Jeff Gold.
Oh.
James Woods, and Robert De Niro.
Oh, shit.
What?
Mm-hmm.
And
They all
Clooney got
passed-
all.
They all passed because of scheduling conflicts. The only one to outright decline was Travolta, who said he had no interest doing the vampire movie and instead chose to do Pulp Fiction.
Good choice.
Yeah, good choice. I mean,
Yeah, can't argue with that. I mean, it brought his career back from the dead. So
Absolutely.
could you imagine James Woods in this?
And then doing vampires.
Now, were they offered the role of Seth or just potentially one of the two Gecko brothers?
Seth,
Yeah, just Seth. Okay.
just
Because I'm just thinking like some of those mixed together as
Yeah.
it's like Woods and Goldblum as those two brothers.
Dude,
yeah,
that would
I
be
had
awesome.
fucking
Oh my
weird.
god.
Goldblum would have to
Goldblum
be
is
Tarantino,
definitely.
dude.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
if he's not, that's a problem.
Yeah, I think
Brody
it's just 'cause
said
they're calling
this film's better than Pulp Fiction.
I feel like a lot of people would argue that.
I would agree. I've seen Dusk Till Dawn more times than I've seen Pulp Fiction. I mean,
That's
I really
true.
like Pulp
It's
Fiction.
a long time since I've seen Pulp Fiction. I
Yeah,
can't
I haven't
make that
sat through
judgment
that in a
call.
long time.
It's a really good movie from what I remember, but maybe this is better.
Yes, it is.
I'll take Brody's word for it. So
Continue.
The name of the movie is taken from the signs found on drive-ins. These signs indicate the length of shows which ran from dusk till dawn. The movie is full of references to midnight movies and films, which were often intended for teenagers to watch late at night from their cars.
So who did the Peter Griffin thing when they said from dusk till dawn in the movie?
I didn't think about that.
He said the name.
And they even showed it on the sign
Yeah.
first. I was
Yeah.
like, oh.
Open from dusk till dawn.
Sorry, I instantly went Peter Griffin as soon as that.
Originally,
else we got, Chad?
originally Santanico Pandemonium was called Blonde Death. Quentin Tarantino decided to go for a Latino Mexican star, so he used Selma Hayek after seeing her in Desperado. The name came from a title of a gory horror Mexican horror movie that Tarantino had seen on the shelves of the video store in which he worked.
I like it. It works for me.
Worked perfect.
Quentin Tarantino wrote the script as a way to showcase the talents of a special effects company called K&B. In return, they agreed to provide the special effects for the ear scene and Reservoir Dogs free of charge.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
So I didn't realize they did that until I saw this.
That's awesome. I didn't either. Man, making their rounds, huh?
Absolutely. Let's see, where was I? Greg Nicotero served as makeup artist on almost all of the films of Robert Rodriguez and Quentin Tarantino. Outside of this partnership, he's won 2 Emmys for his work on The Walking Dead.
Yep. That man has
How many
been
seasons
around.
is that's still going on or no?
They're on the final season.
What are they at? What number?
I have no idea. I quit watching years ago.
Fair
I'm gonna
enough.
put that. I'm gonna
That's
put
all
that in
matters.
quotations. Final.
Like after the whole Negan story started, I quit. It's the same
That was
thing
like,
over
what,
and over
season
again.
5?
Yeah, it was the same thing over and over again. We got tired of
Is
it.
what 3 was the prison? I don't even fucking know. I didn't watch past 2, so
Fair enough.
anyways, yeah.
Continue.
The characters was Sex Machine and Frost. That was what's his name? They were originally written the other way around. Sex Machine was supposed to be the muscular, scarred, leather-wearing biker, and Frost was supposed to be the more slender individual.
Oh, makes sense, I guess. Are you talking about what the Fred Williamson?
Fred Wilson,
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. What the fuck, dude?
Sex Machine's use of a whip to combat vampires is a reference to the legendary vampire killer whip of the Belmonts in Castlevania.
Yeah. Dude, how did
no
you not
shit.
know, like,
Yep.
oh man, that was my first thing. I started doing the little tune. Like, have you guys watched the Castlevania anime? By the way,
No, is it any good?
fucking primo, dude. Like, and it's only like 3 episodes a season or something stupid like that. Just because Netflix does it weird. But
Season 11.
Walking Dead is on season
shit.
11.
That show should not have.
Hannah.
That show should not have made it past.
Plus, how many spin-offs too? There's what, 3 spin-offs? I think.
That's why I can't do shows. I do not have the patience to sit through fucking 11 seasons of a no. Fuck that, dude.
Dude, I made it through 15 seasons of Supernatural.
I want to watch that Castlevania.
How many
series
seasons
now.
did Smallville have?
Listen,
10?
the only show
Is it
I've
10?
ever gone all the way was with the only one I ever went with all the way with a long one was Lost. And it fucked me, and I've been scorned to ever trust the show ever fucking again.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. After Supernatural ended, I haven't watched another TV series at all.
Oh wow.
Fair.
I mean, I just lost interest in everything else. I don't know why.
Fair enough. man.
Midlife crisis.
I guess. Like I'll watch hockey or maybe a cooking show here and there, but like if the TV's on, I'm usually not watching it.
Fair.
Okay, continuing on. Earl McGraw became a recurring character in Rodriguez and Tarantino's works, later appearing in Kill Bill, Planet Terror, and Death Proof. Chongo Beer and Sex Machine's Codpiece Gun are references to the film Desperado. Seth also returns to the hotel with Big Kahuna burgers, which were used in Pulp Fiction and mentioned in Death Proof. Seth Gecko also says the line, "All right, Ramblers, let's get ramblin'," a quote from Reservoir Dogs.
Nice.
Scott's t-shirt says Precinct 13, a reference to John Carpenter's 76 film Assault on Precinct 13.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah. Great movie.
Yes.
Awesome. All righty. Is that we got anything else, Chaddy?
We got, let's see, due to the heavy number of special effects, the film had to be strictly budgeted so scenes would not have to be cut. This meant only 6 full-body vampire suits could be made for the film climax that called for dozens of vampires.
Whoa.
So in the final film, the same 6 actors play all the vampires getting killed over and over. In some shots, the dummies made for shots where vampires exploded, as well as puppets used for certain shots, were placed in the background along with cardboard cutouts to create the illusion of a large host of vampires.
That's
Wow.
awesome.
That's
And it
actually
worked.
really
So
well
it fucking
done, yeah.
worked.
Funny enough, that's exactly what they did in Aliens. And randomly enough, did you guys notice that they used the fucking music from Aliens in the trailer?
In the trailer, yep.
What the fuck was that?
Yep. They've used
Oh,
that,
budget. They didn't
they've
want to
used
put
that
the
in a
music.
few different trailers too.
Oh, I know, dude. I mean, don't get me wrong. It is an awesome score.
I mean,
But every time I hear it, now I just want to watch Aliens. Like,
Oh,
that's
dude,
the
I
problem.
always want to watch Aliens. We talking
they
about
did the same. They did the same thing for In the
And
Mouth
Predator,
of
dude.
Madness.
It's
The music in
always
that
on, dude.
trailer is from Jason Goes to Hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they do it for a lot.
It's just, I don't know. It's just funny, though, because every time I hear it, I'm like, Sigourney Weaver? What?
She comes out with the flamethrower. Okay.
Listen, dude, George Clooney could have been an alien, so it would have been fine. Anyways.
Okay, got 2 more things. When Seth and Richie Gecko are watching the news report on TV regarding their crime spree, they see Kelly Preston as a news reporter interviewing an FBI agent played by John Saxon. Sadly, both Preston and Saxon passed in the same month in the year 2020, 2 weeks apart.
Ooh. Damn. That sucks.
That's sad.
That is very sad. And finally, like I mentioned, there was a special makeup effect in which one of the stripper vampires has her stomach open into a large mouth. She shoves a bartender's head into the large mouth and bites it off. The effect was so graphic that Tarantino didn't even want to see it, and it can be accessed in the deleted scenes section on the special edition DVD.
Well, I need to head to fucking YouTube after this. Fucking A, dude. That's all. That sounds so cool, man. Like, what the fuck?
That has to be like a reference to The Thing.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, what else?
It is. There's no other film that I think of that now.
Pretty much, yeah. Just, well, I'm sure it's this way probably, but yeah, it could go sideways.
Dude, NECA needs to get on the ball and make some of these vampires as figures.
That'd be cool.
That'd be really sweet.
I have a feeling we're going to get some Ultimate Thing ones. Now that you mentioned that too.
Well,
Oh, we are. They've
Those are
already
out.
they've already
Yeah,
showed the
there it
prototypes.
They look wonderful.
fucking A. All right, gentlemen. What format was this watched on?
On demand.
HBO Max.
Max.
Amazon. It was on HBO?
Yeah.
God damn it. I fucking paid for it then. And I'm going to have to tell my wife after this.
Oh,
Be pissed.
Oh.
All right.
I just saw the pimple popping scene. That's fucking nasty.
I'll watch it later.
Douche of the film, gentlemen.
Oh God.
Richie.
Yeah, Richie.
Tarantino,
Richie?
dude.
Yeah, Richie was
bro,
a
he's
douche,
a
man.
scumbag, dude.
I mean, where's the woman? He's sitting there. Sitting there. And he just goes,
Did you really mean that, what you said in the hotel room? It's like, how far? That just scares the living shit out of me, dude, that there's potentially people out there
Dude,
that
when
fucking
I
really
first
think
when
like
I
that.
first saw that, I thought she did say it. It wasn't until like years later I realized that was all in his head. That's how fucked
Oh,
up
yeah.
he was.
yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, that just scares the living fuck out of me, dude. That there's people out there that will like are just like that. Holy
Yep.
fuck. Favorite kill, and there's a lot of them. So a lot of them,
Damn.
right? I mean, you could say the staking, but which one?
My favorite.
Yeah, no,
kill,
yeah.
My favorite kill is the table kill.
Damn
Where
it!
he
I
picks
was
them
actually
up
going to
and
say,
fucking
okay.
slams them down on the fucking table.
Yeah,
That's my
because
favorite
the
kill.
was cool.
the
That
four
was cool.
ladies at the end, that was a good walk away.
Yeah.
Oh man, dude, there's so many good ones though.
It's like this.
I'm actually gonna say the convenience store kid at the beginning.
Oh,
Just because they lit him on, just because they lit him on fire,
Actually,
that just shows how sadistic he is, and the popcorn popping.
Not only that,
I agree with
that
that.
was
That's
great.
my favorite too. That's my favorite.
So not only sadistic, but like honestly clever as fuck, dude. Like lighting a roll of toilet paper as a fucking essentially like you did a Molotov, but you did it the harder way. But it fucking like that's amazing.
It
dude.
just worked out.
Yeah, like
And there was so much liquor that it just leaked. And it's like,
and the popcorn was just the added. That was a great kill. God damn it, I might have to agree.
Yeah.
So Tyler said, why did the kid explode when he was shot? I don't think it was the kid that exploded. I think when she
It was
shot
the
one of
vampires.
It was the
They all exploded. It was like a chain reaction of 5 of them.
That's how I took it too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I think
that
she
first
shot that
kill.
middle one like right. Anyways, God damn it, dude. There's so many. I'm gonna go with Scoobs with the table one though, because I did like that. The 4 strippers on the legs was just funny. Best scene, dude, bro.
All right. The moment from
I know y'all want to say the same thing, but
I go. Let me say
The striptease.
The striptease.
The striptease.
Salma Hayek. That's
And I'm not afraid to say it. If you didn't get a boner, something wrong.
Okay, it's not
Baby
the
boner,
best scene of the movie. It's best scene. It's the best scene because we're pervs. Movie wise,
fair.
Oh, for me, it's the whole from the minute they get to the titty twister till the end. I mean, but that's the problem. It's a hard movie to pick a best scene.
It really is.
I would say when they exit and actually like start fighting the vampires.
Ooh,
Okay.
So like the lock and load scene.
The lock and load scene. Like, let's fucking go.
That's okay. Now, I also thought about this, and this is another vampire movie. We did it a while back, but it's very relative to this. So, who pulled it off better with the Super Soaker? This or Bordello of Blood? Because they both had Super Soaker killing vampires.
Bordello of Blood.
True.
Technically, so did the Lost Boys.
And so did the Lost Boys, yes. Which I'm assuming they all allude to the Lost Boys, obviously.
I just feel like this was more action packed
Yeah.
Yeah.
than
for
those
real.
other two. You know what I mean?
Bordello of Blood is more just like funny because it's Tales of the Crypt. Like,
Yeah, and
we had
I
more
love
blitz. It was
Dennis
still
Miller.
a great,
So.
still a great scene. Like,
But I mean, if you think about it, that's honestly the best way to fucking kill a vampire. Get
Fucking
a
right,
super
dude.
soaker filled with holy water.
so
That's all you need.
that's what I said first and foremost when they came out. First of all, why? Like, I know George Clooney needs to be in the front because he's George Clooney, but you have the shittiest weapon. You have a heavy ass fucking jackhammer that you're trying to hold up this way. Sending the kid with the holy water, dude. That's literally just fucking faith shotguns right there. At that point,
They all could have been killed right in that hallway.
And
Yeah.
the fucking
you
condom
could have just
bomb
been
rubbers.
hosing them right off. Like when they're all staring at him, I would have just been hosing them right there. I wouldn't have used my nades first. I would have hosed them down. Like there was way more super soakers in there, dude. They should just literally loaded on that.
Every single one of them should have had a fucking super
Yeah,
soaker.
or condoms. The con- yeah,
Agreed.
non-lubricated. I hope because I'd just be slipping out of your hands.
Well, they were in Mexico, so you know, quality.
Small details come into play here.
Because there wasn't a lot of water in those condoms. They wouldn't have exploded in real life.
Yeah.
You know, they did look a little slippery on the outside now that you mention it.
I liked how everything that they had too were in like crazy wooden crates. Like really old ass wooden crates. Great though. Okay, opening scene, hook you in.
Absolutely.
Fuck
Oh,
yeah,
God,
dude.
yeah.
It was
Yeah.
great. Especially when they're walking away and it's just blowing up even more, and they're getting. I don't know why that almost felt like a supernatural opening to me. Like I was just like, man, this could be the same universe, dude. Like they could just like run across each other at some point. I don't know why. It could fucking work. Most attractive character.
Really?
Santanico.
Santanico.
Santanica, whatever her Santanica.
Whatever.
With Clooney in a close second.
I mean, Clooney has the salt and pepper going.
No. Clooney's third. Savini's second. Come on.
No. My second is Fred Williams.
No. I'm gonna back that up even more, dude. This is a young Danny Trejo and a ripped Danny Trejo at that.
That's true. Too.
I love me Savini, but bro, it's Trejo. Come on.
That was my first thought too. Watching, I was like, wow, look how young he looks.
He is so fucking young in this, dude. And I'm just like, wow, young and skinny, dude. And like now you just think old ass.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you're like, Trejo's always been old. What the fuck?
Yeah, then you see him here, and it's like, oh my.
He wasn't. He was jacked and young, and I mean, Savini's still jacked, dude. And he's like 72. So that dude's in great fucking shape. God bless that man. Score, set the mood.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
Fucking
definitely.
great.
Like Brody said, this is one that you could have a soundtrack of, and I don't think people would question it. Be like, hey,
No,
like,
absolutely not.
and half of the people would at least know what it's from. They're like, Dust to Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They might question it at first, but they'd be into it. Best song. I'm gonna say the one
Only After Dark.
Yeah.
is that the
That's the
think
yeah,
what she's asking.
Yep.
See, I'm torn between that and that song that plays right at the beginning, that Dark Knight song. Because I like that too.
Ooh, Dark Knight. Yes, thank you. Okay. Notice the redhead hostage in the opening scene.
No, I didn't notice.
Oh, the two young girls? Nah, they didn't. They weren't really there long enough to where I particularly gave a shit because I was.
They
just
look like teenagers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was taking in the scene more so than. I mean, all along, dude, all the songs are a great pick, so any of them are never a bad answer in this. Favorite character, gentlemen?
Tom Savini.
Sex Machine.
Sex
I mean,
Machine.
I have him on my wall. How could he not be?
He
my
is a
favorite character?
great.
I mean, me
It was a
and
great
him.
character.
Me and him share names. I mean, come on.
You do.
Sex
Check
Machine's
out that
nice.
Instagram.
I hate how quickly he was gone. I wish he would have been one of the one of the final survivors. But I mean, he was great character from the time he was introduced. I mean, and even when they first walk in the bar, he's just fucking sitting there. You know what I mean? From his introduction until his death, even when he was a vampire. I mean, it's my favorite character.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I do love Clooney's character too. He's great.
Yeah, he
But
is
dude,
good.
come on, man. Who comes in with a fucking dick gun, dude? Like, come on.
Only Sex Machine.
You got that wins, dude.
That is such but it's such an impractical weapon too.
Yeah,
it totally is.
Yeah, because I mean, you have to like fucking turn your crotch and like, you know.
No, listen, if we could all have that, just to be like, hey, how you doing?
Now, my question is it fired by pelvic thrust? Because if it's not, it's totally wrong.
I hope it is.
It's like the cock rocket in Orgasmo.
Right. Cock bucket. Great movie. The Chono Boy. Was it scary?
No.
I don't think it actually was intended to be scary.
Not really.
It was intended to be horror, but it was like action horror.
The vampires weren't scary at all. The scariest part was Quentin Tarantino. Like that's really the only scary part of the movie.
You know what? I will fully agree with that because he is a fucking full-on creep. So
Yes, he is.
Yeah, I completely agree.
So the first half is actually scary. Yes, because you have no idea what this dude is capable of.
Yeah, because there are real people out there like that.
Yeah.
Right. And clearly he dude, especially like what he did to the poor woman in the beginning, and you found out like she was a mother of 4 and shit like that, dude, and she was fucking raped and
Well, I
killed.
mean, he killed or he shot the clerk for no fucking reason.
Yeah, he did.
It was all in his head.
Right. He said it. And it's like, no, dude. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to definitely have to say the first half is actually kind of scary for sure.
Yeah.
Does it hold up today? Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Without a doubt.
Mm-hmm.
That's all the way around.
Question.
Yes.
Acting.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
There's nothing to say other than great all around for everybody.
And we get Cheech Marin 3 fucking times. Dude. Like, come on.
One of which is a vampire.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
It's a vampire Cheech.
Dude. It's so great. I love how it starts off very like nonchalant too. It's just him as border patrol.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, it's Cheech
And then we got pussy.
Yeah. And then like a great like
Pussy.
we got chicken pussy. We got
any kind. If you find cheaper pussy.
Fuck it.
all right. Did you like the cinematography?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I wouldn't say nothing to write home about, but it certainly had some interesting shots.
The first half of the film is like the other two vampire movies that we've seen. It has, because I guess just the atmosphere around it has that very Western style film to it, even though they're in cars, of course, driving. But the last 3 films, including this one, the last 2 films that we've done,
baby.
yeah, it has that very Southern You know,
Did anybody else notice that like the first half, when it was still the whole crime thing, it was shot with like a yellow filter?
yeah.
Yes.
Loved that.
Yeah.
And I think that's where it kind of goes in with Scoot, like what he's like. It definitely has that grainy westerny.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
I love it, dude. I don't know what, dude. Something about the vampires in the South just works so fucking well. We have 3 movies we've just reviewed that are all like amazing movies with almost the same. Like, if you mashed all these together, I mean, Stakeland would obviously be like the most fucked. I feel.
Yeah.
Man, I really regret not being on last week because I really enjoyed that movie. Really wanted to talk about
It
it.
was really good.
Dude,
It was.
second one.
I've got to watch
Man.
that.
I have to watch it.
It's
yeah.
really
Both of you
it
need to
holds
watch it.
up
It's
just
so
as good as
good.
the first, dude.
Yes. Yes.
Like that's very rare for a sequel.
See, I really wish we could have talked about it because I really think that Stakeland needs to be a TV series. Needs to be.
We
disagree.
I think the second
Really?
one.
Yeah,
I think the
disagree.
second one.
Watch the second one.
Personally, takes care of what you want.
Yep.
All right.
And you could still continue. Yeah. I want you to watch the second one. I can't wait to hear what you say. Obviously, Bob too. But all right, gentlemen. And last question here: did we enjoy the premise? I'm pretty fucking.
Stripper vampires, of course.
Yes, of course.
Yep. All right.
So we've seen vampire strippers and vampire prostitutes now.
Yeah, buddy.
Yes, we have. Yes, we have. If you need fun times, go south of the border. It just seems to be there.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, gentlemen.
My people are crazy.
Yeah. What up, Pete? All right, gentlemen. We are on the 4 R's: recycle, rewind, remake, or reboot.
Rewind and don't
Rewind.
Actually rebooted this already with making it into a series, which I say you didn't even fucking need to do that. Just rewind this shit.
Rewind it.
I want to say the girl that plays Santanica in the series is actually from the city that I live in.
Oh,
Nice.
really?
Yeah.
Nice. Now,
And everybody was doing a comparison of her dance compared to Selma Hayek's dance, and I still went with Selma Hayek.
Oh yeah.
Granted, it was good. She did good, but it was nothing compared to Selma Hayek.
it's the queen, dude. Come on.
Yep.
Man.
So how long does it take them to get into the vampire aspect of the series? Like how many episodes do they come into?
I don't. I
you
haven't
haven't-
seen
I
the
didn't
first episode.
I just saw that one scene. I never saw it.
Now I have seen, and it's been a long time. I have seen the second one, and I think that's as far as I've personally gone in this series. I've never seen the third nor the fourth.
Yeah, neither have I.
So
I haven't seen any of them.
the second
I've
one
seen
I
the original,
watched.
That was it.
The second one I watched because fucking T1000 was in it, and I was like, well, I'll watch it. He's a good actor. So
Yes.
all right. So I'm assuming we all are saying recycle. I'm gonna actually say also re-release. Give us that uncut, sweet version that Chad Daddy was talking about.
Yes.
And put them sweet ass. She played in Bloodshot. I haven't seen Bloodshot. That was the one with Vin Diesel, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
Image Comics, dude. Cool. Gentlemen, let's rate this bitch. And then, yeah, we can get us going. All right, Chad Daddy, if you want to start us off, we'll go counterclockwise.
You know, I am going to agree with the Redhead of the Dead. This is a perfect 5 for me.
Really? Okay.
I love this movie. Nothing to complain about.
Fair enough. Bob.
I love it, but I'll give it a 4.5.
Yeah. Folks with the ghosts. What we got, buddy?
I love this movie, but I don't love it as much as I do vampires. I give this movie a 4.7.
Still
Okay.
pretty good. Still really good.
And I'm going to come in with a 4.5 for myself.
Fair enough.
Because it's not. Dude, it's hard. We've watched 3 great movies back to back.
It's
That
very
doesn't
hard,
usually
yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
And Stakeland's like here, dude. They're like all right there, but it's like the smidgiest, like this is the third one, but it's like so undercut compared. You know what I mean? Like it's so close. All right, so we have a score of.
Now, don't forget,
please.
did you put in Brody's score?
Oh no, I fucking didn't. Hold
And do we want to include Heather's score as well?
on. We can do that. Hold on.
All right.
So you gave it a 5. You gave it a. Heather gave it a
She
5.
gave it a 5.
Give it 4.5. Bob, what'd you give it again?
A 4.5.
5. And Scoobs, you were 4.7.
Yes, sir.
And Brody was 4.6.
Yes.
fucking remember that in my stone days. All right. This is a lot of math for this show.
It's so much math.
Oh my god!
I'm glad somebody else did the tally when you weren't here.
Fucking A, dude. We got a 4.7.
Not bad.
For 19.
That's not bad at all.
Fair fucking score.
From 6 different sources. So there you go. God damn. Fucker's making me do math. Good thing I have this handy dandy calculator here, dude. Jesus.
That's hilarious.
Use your calculator, boy.
I had to think. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to fuck a number up here. All right, gentlemen. What is next week's episode going to be all about?
Next week is the last of our vampire movies for now, I believe. That is Salem's Lot.
That is courtesy of Mr. Ramone, I believe.
Yeah.
And that is actually a made-for-TV horror one.
And you know what's
Made
funny?
by Toby Hooper himself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's funny? Never have seen it. I've read
I
the book.
haven't.
I've
I haven't
actually
either.
read
I've
the book.
I love the book.
Yeah, the book was fucking great. I don't remember a lot of it, so it'll be very interesting to watch this movie.
I'm excited for this movie because I have never seen it.
Nice.
And I've never read the book. I know what the movie's about.
Right.
You know, because
Obviously
it's one of those
vampires.
movies that everybody knows. Everybody knows it. But what I did read was this little thin book one time in the library that we had about Salem's Lot back when I was in like middle school or some shit. So I know what the movie's about, you know, obviously. But I've never seen it.
When
I think you guys will
when was
enjoy
Salem's
it.
Lot made?
79.
1979.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, we haven't dipped back into the 70s in a minute.
Damn, dude, that might have to be watched in 2 parts. That's 3 hours and 4 minutes long.
No, you have
Nah,
to
we
just watch
got
it
this.
straight through. You gotta watch
This
it
is a
straight through.
How long
marathon,
is it?
baby. 3 hours.
3 hours.
It was originally a miniseries, is why.
Oh. Still not as bad as the fucking Shining miniseries where it's like 6 fucking hours. Bullshit.
You know, I've seen the Shining miniseries before I saw the Kubrick film. I gotta say, I prefer the Kubrick.
Well, yeah,
I mean,
everybody.
dude,
I
it's
loved the Shining that
fantastic.
much. It was so good.
It was fantastic, dude. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have kind of a light episode ending here because we don't really have anything nerdy to talk about, as we kind of discussed beforehand. There's nothing really out there right now.
Yeah, Scream kicked ass at the box office and finally knocked Spider-Man out of the top spot. That's all there really is.
And I
I
have
just
to
have a
say,
feeling
for
it's
all
just
these,
for this weekend, though.
for all
Spider-Man will
this
jump back up.
clickbait bullshit, by the way, that's all it means. It's like when it knocked Spider-Man out, just for this weekend. There's no way Scream's gonna top what Spider-Man has pulled in a runtime. No fucking way, dude.
And
if it does, I would be amazed. But
And
If it does, John will shave his beard. You heard it right here.
I will. Fuck it. My wife
and it didn't top Halloween and it didn't top Halloween Kills either, and that movie got a lot of shit. So
I mean, listen, if you love the Scream, I've heard a lot of good reviews from people who really enjoy the series. So if you go out and see it, I hope you all enjoy it, you know.
And yes, Heather, you're right. That was the first time I watched The Shining, was last year. Loved it.
Yes, it was. I always love when we get times where we haven't seen the movies we're gonna review. You know what I mean?
like you three with next week's film.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's great. I can't wait, dude.
I'm really looking forward to that because I really like the book.
Like I said, dude, it's been a long time. You got that back. Listen, dude, I haven't been babyface in a long time, but I instantly go from 36 to like 24 like that.
I kind of want to see that. I kind of want to see that now.
Same.
My wife fucking hates it. She's like, you got to have something. She's like, I feel like she's younger than me, but she's like, I look so much older than you. I'm like, I can't help it. You're a pedophile, like whatever. She's like, I'm not. But all righty, gentlemen. Chad Daddy, you want to start us off with signing us out? And
yeah, this is your Dark Lord of Knowledge, your Chad Daddy saying, I will see you next week, bitches.
This is your Killing Machine, Bobby and Moan, saying, we'll get you next week.
This is your host with the ghost, the Duke of the Dead, the Prince of the Paranormal, Lord Scuba Cabra, saying, see you later, bitches.
And this is your Fluff Master Supreme saying, adios, Gorehounds, and stay fresh, cheese bags.
Yeah.
Yeah.